Well, hello there. Greetings, everybody, and welcome here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here tonight, Wednesday night, to do our Wednesday night favorites. This is the kind of the second of the Australian shows. So we're doing, last week we did my 15 favorite Australian bands. This week we're going to do my 10 favorite one-hit wonders from Australia, and I know there's at least one band on here that probably has a couple of hits, but to me they're a one-hit wonder. It's kind of like the Knack. People always say the Knack is a one-hit wonder, but really, Good Girls Don't, but I Do. There was also a hit, and in the time period it was considered a fairly big hit too, although it hasn't withstood the test of time, so people have now forgotten about that song and they are labeled as one-hit wonders. However, I don't feel that way about the Knack, and I'm sure some of you won't feel that way about this band, but that's the way I'm seeing it for today. I'm sorry if that bothers people. It's not meant to. It's just my particular thing. Okay, so we have 10 one-hit wonders from the Australian. This is kind of similar to what I did with the Canadian one-hit wonders. So I picked a bunch of songs from bands that had that one-hit wonder, and I put them in my ranking categories, except for I know that one of the songs, one of the low-end songs, was actually from a band that had multi-hits, but to me it was a one-hit wonder. And I threw it in there because the last one-hit wonder I had on my list I didn't really like, so I didn't figure it could be a favorite of mine if I don't like it, right? So I took one off of this list and I added one of my own, and that's what I did on the Canadian list. So now, what is it we do here? So I'm going to do is I'm going to rank these according to how I like them, from least to worst. But we're going to start out by going the reverse order. We'll do the worst to the to my favorite. I don't dislike any of these songs, otherwise I wouldn't put them on the list. That's just how I feel about it. So okay, so number 10. Number 10 is At the Mountain of Madness by Blackfeather. I never had heard this song before I started this, but I like it quite a bit, so it's going to come in at number 10. Crying Shame by Johnny Diesel. I really kind of like the whole kind of attitude the band had. I seen this, they performed it live on YouTube, so I watched that and listened to the song. I thought this is pretty cool song. Crying Shame, Johnny Diesel. Number 8 is Solid Rock by Goanna. I never actually had heard of this band before until I started looking for these one-hit wonders, and then I heard this song, and I looked through their stuff, and they had no other big ones, so I thought this is a solid band. And then most of the stuff Ben gave me anyways, almost all of this stuff. He did give me this one as well, but I had already heard of it, so it had to go on this list as well. Solid Rock by Goanna. Number 7, Don't Fall in Love by the Ferrets. Yeah, pretty cool song. Number 6, Send Me an Angel by Real Life. I think this is a pretty cool track. Overall, I think probably could have gone higher with this song, but there was just some other ones I just liked a little bit better. That's all can I say. Soul Kind of Feeling by the Dynamic Hypnotics. Kind of a different kind of name too. The song is really cool though, so it comes at number 5. Number 6. I'm just going to look at my list here because there's a couple I made some strong notes for. Number 4 is the song that I replaced one of the ones that Ben gave me with, and this is a group that had another hit, but I don't think it wasn't in the same kind of stratosphere as this hit, and so I put them in here as a replacement for the one I didn't like. So this is called Deep Water by Dead Star. I really kind of like this song. It's really catchy, you know. Number 3 is Break and Bend by the Bengal Tigers. Of all the songs on this list, this one here is probably the heaviest. This is almost like a metal band. Well, I don't know if they're a metal band. They might be like they're not really a hair metal, but they have that a little bit of that sound to them, but I don't really think of them as a hair metal band. But they're in that realm of sound, like they're fairly hard rockin' band. So Break and Bend from Bengal Tigers. Number 2 is Run to Paradise from the Choir Boys. I thought this was really well done. The video was excellent. The one guy singing lead and then the other guys all doing lead. I kind of like the drummer with that funny looking hat too. So, well, actually it wasn't funny looking. It was like a beachcomber's hat. Anyways, that's my second. Number 1, I like this a lot. It was a kind of they had a lead vocalist, but they also had a girl that did kind of second lead and then another guy, and so all three of them would sing at different periods of time. The drummer was a girl as well. It was a pretty cool song though. Streets of Your Town by the Go-Betweens. Did I get that right? Yes, I think that's the one, unless I really screwed it up, but I don't think so. I think this is the one, and if I remember correctly, I can actually look at my my notes here, see what I put, just to make sure that I'm not screwing this up, because sometimes I do that. Sometimes I get the bands mixed up. That's what I do. Yeah, I think it's the right one. But really cool song. Lots of really, I thought all three of the vocalists were good. I thought the song was fantastic. So that's my number 1. So Streets of Your Town by the Go-Betweens, Run to Paradise by Choir Boys, Break and Bend from the Bengal Tigers, Deep Water from Dead Star, Soul Kind of Feeling by the Dynamic Hypnotics, or Hypnotics I guess is what it really is, Send Me an Angel from Real Life, Don't Fall in Love from the Ferrets, Solid Rock from Goanna, Crying Shame from Johnny Diesel, and last but not least, A Mountain of Madness from Black Feather. So that's it. Those are my top 10 favorite kind of one-hit wonders for the Australian scene. I don't know if I'm going to do any more one-hit wonders for a while, but there's definitely I probably will end up doing a British one and an American one anyways, if nothing else, but it won't be for a while. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed this episode, my second in a row for the Australians. My top 15 favorite Australian bands, followed by my top 10 one-hit wonders for the Australian bands. So I hope you enjoyed this. It was fun to do. I got to hear some stuff I hadn't heard before, and I could see why these songs were all popular. There wasn't one here that I didn't think would make popularity, and I'm thinking that if I listened to them a little bit more, I'd probably be catchy with some of them for sure. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Wednesday Night Favorites. If you did, please like and subscribe. Any comments you have to make, put them in the comment section below, and we'll be back next Wednesday with another favorites. So take care, and we'll see you then. Bye.